The AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Step 180! 180!
Focus, defense, focus.
8! Strong right, strong right. I got you! I got you!
Newton on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Just beating the play clock is Newton. Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. 33 yards that time.
Let's go.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went nowhere. Backwards, back to the 33.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 33-yard line.
Step 180.
45, Mike, 45.
Know your job. He's checking. Craig. Gun. What is it?
They fake the give. Newton. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 25 yards that time. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Bang.
20. Express. Gun.
45's the mic. Watch the run.
From the gun, here's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Check 24, check 24. Check 52.
Gun. Great. Short.
45's the mic.
Throwing again is Newton. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Right into the Falcons now. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run here with the former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. These two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. And the Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
22.
From the shotgun, Ryan looking deep for Julio. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Check 45's the mic.
20.
Twist. X3. 45's Mike. 45. Orbit.
They gonna need some therapy.
Express.
45. Mike, 45.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? You're not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
We played to win. Let's
Now that
go.
was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Let's rock now.
Watch the edge.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
4 down.
Gun.
At the 6-yard line.
45's the mic. 48.
8.
Rabbit. Check safety.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Newton throwing again. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the auspicious beginning of the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Bell running on 1st down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I got one.
Now it's Ryan. Jones has it. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a 1st down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Big stop, D.
Now Bell. And a look at Bell, who remains down after that play. Appears to have gotten shaken up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Wait! Chest! 39.
Now Ryan.
Get ready!
And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a 1st down.
Undercrunch.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ryan now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Go. Go.
Get it.
They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Smith trying to run for it. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Squeeze, double. Check the backer, check.
Hey, check.
Ryan. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Haywood.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan.
Here we go.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. With that off,
he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Here we go again. Shift.
20.
Check 99. Get a roll. West.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State, their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Showing it.
Check protein spill.
Check hot route.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Matchbox lights. Hey, seam 6.
2nd and 11. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Mike 25. Gun.
I'm going to lose one. Mike 55. Mike.
Now on 2nd and 16. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Going the other way.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is more where I came from.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Ready? Set 180. 53. Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Out of the gun, Newton. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check 50, check 50.
39.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the
ready,
32.
ready. Black 25. 55, Mike. Hey, here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan, that's complete to Smith. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Ryan will throw again. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons. That's complete. It's Bell. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Face. Hey, south. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tavon Austin as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Come on, fellas.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons.
Give me the ball.
Marquise Goodwin,
I'm going to score.
75 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They go again with Muhammad, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
40%. 40%. Ready?
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
You got it.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
45 to Mike. Check, 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 check.
Gun.
Check, 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 check.
Express. Gun.
Haywood. 45, Mike, 45.
Pick me up. Here we go.
They'll try the air now with Newton. He's going to air one out. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are back within a single score. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try.
45's the mic. Watch the pass. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. A beautiful fake. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Here we go.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Alert flare.
They're going to look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Check. Hey. High 7. Get up.
From the gun, Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. Ryan now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
Jam him.
On the counter, here's Bell. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He wasn't ready.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch 54. Bandit.
54, stop.
Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Ready, set.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on it down in space.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice. You just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
You don't want none of that. Give it. Pick up the ball. Save.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. From the gun, here's Newton. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
He don't know no better.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Hey, wait.
54, stop.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. Goodwin able to haul it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Go. Check, 55, Mike.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Ryan to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Right there in the middle, 55. Now watch one. Check.
Hey, express. Pilot, 64, weak.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Mike 55, Mike 50.
Hey, Echo.
Watch the screen.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one 4th quarter comeback for the QB. A first down carry for Smith. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning. 51. Don't get nervous.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons.
There we go.
Le'Veon Bell, 31 yards. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
All day, baby, all day. Hey, watch that.
From the gun, Ryan.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
is funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here, and that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
You scared? Ready?
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 38 yards on the scamper there. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Gun, gun, gun. Pop. Check. Topper. Check. Back.
On 2nd down now, Muhammad. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Great.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On 2nd down, Muhammad. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
20.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 4 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
All day, baby, all day.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
On first down, Ryan. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Ready to go.
Operating from the gun. Ryan looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
I can't believe they even let you play. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, tight. 25 tonight.
Now Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And no, it's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
We got this. Hey.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Rush in.
51, sub.
Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the run. Hey, the run.
6-6.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Don't get nervous.
He completes it to Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Ready, right 25.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Ready, right 25.
Mike 54.
Let's go, D.
Get out.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Ready, ready.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, check. 4 down.
Ready.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Austin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
Boom! Big hit all day. Sack City.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Vikings, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.